Hey everybody, welcome back to DeLorean Tech, and today we're going to do a review and assembly video of iDisplayIt's acrylic display case for the 1/8 scale Eaglemoss DeLorean time machine. So the iDisplayIt acrylic display case for the Eaglemoss DeLorean is really awesome. So the coolest thing about this, besides obviously the overall look, is that you actually retain the use of the Eaglemoss display base. So it actually installs right inside here, as you can see. Very easy to install. It's just like the Hot Toys acrylic display case for the 1/6 scale models. They'll be coming out with another one for the Mark II, but this right here, it really makes the Eaglemoss. You can obviously display the model with the doors up. You can display it with the doors closed. So iDisplayIt has been making display cases for all sorts of different models. They're actually located in the UK. So I have one for my 1/6 scale Hot Toys DeLorean, so I knew what to expect. But I gotta admit, this looks really awesome. I mean, with that Eaglemoss display base in there, it really makes the model. I know there's another one out there that's available, but I don't think that one makes use of the original display base that comes with the Eaglemoss. And actually, this is pretty affordable compared to the other one that's out there. So getting this to complete your Eaglemoss DeLorean model is definitely something I recommend. So let's go ahead and get into the assembly video. We'll walk you through it. We'll show you how to set it up. It's really easy to do. And just a quick note about the Eaglemoss DeLorean itself. It's now being offered by a company called Fanhome. I'll drop all the information you need to know about Fanhome down in the description of this video and how you can start to build this DeLorean. So first things first, check the contents immediately within 24 hours of delivery. If anything's broken, you're gonna need to contact iDisplayIt for a replacement. All right, so let's get this thing out of here. We'll go ahead and unpack it. So the acrylic panels do come with protective film on both sides, so you'll need to remove those before assembly. So the iDisplayIt acrylic case comes with 5 panels. You've got a front and a back panel, top panel, and you've got your 2 side panels. So the kit also comes with a hardware bag, which includes your screws, your connection fittings, and an Allen key. So the hardware bag includes 2 bags of 4 screw fittings and 4 screws, and 1 bag of 6 screw fittings and 6 screws. So I recommend just emptying out the hardware in a bowl so you can kind of keep it all organized here. So we also have a pretty detailed sheet of instructions here. You're going to want to follow those as closely as possible. So your first order of business here is to determine which direction the panels have a slight bow in. And the larger top panel I found was a lot easier to make that determination for, but the side panels is a little bit more difficult. So you may actually have to do that while you're putting this together. So I'm going to try to demonstrate how to determine which side has more of a bow to it than the other. So here's the top panel, right? And what you do is you just kind of let it hang there, and you can tell that it actually has more of a bow on this side than it does when you flip it over to this side here. It'll become more apparent when you actually place this on top of the case, because the corners will actually start to bow upward. If that's the case, you're going to want to flip it over and then tighten down the hardware. I wouldn't worry about these side panels when making the determination of which side has more of a bow in it, because it's not going to be very apparent to you. Next, you're going to want to remove all of the blue protective film on each of the panels. So just go ahead and pull back at one of the corners. It's fairly simple to do. So here's a little demo on how to insert the screw fittings into each of the panel slots right here. So you want to insert the screw fitting in this direction. Just fit that over and then turn it 90 degrees like that. So you're going to need to do that for all 14 of the slots on all of these panels. So one little tip that I kind of came up with when I put together the case for my Hot Toys DeLorean is I like to use a shipping box as a support for building the case. So you can kind of set that up this way. And it kind of just helps putting things together if it's just you building it by yourself. So for fixing these little machine screws here, you can use the included hex Allen wrench that comes with the hardware, or you can use an electric screwdriver with a hex socket. In this case, I'm using a 3/32 socket. You just want to make sure that when you're using the electric screwdriver, you don't want to over torque the screws because you may actually break the screw fittings. And just flip this around to get to the other side. Flip it over again, and we'll attach the last two side pieces. So when you put the top piece on, again, you're going to have to place it so the bow, the side where it bows out the most, that should go on the outside. So that's going to be this side right here. So it bows more on this side, so I'm going to flip it over and we're going to lay it on top. Then you're going to want to put the pieces in like this, all the way around. It should just kind of pop into place. You may have to manipulate the case a little bit to get that to fit in there like that, but there you go. For that, you're going to want to go ahead and finish this off by screwing in the final 6 screws here at each of the top locations. So after you have screwed everything together, you're going to want to go around with a microfiber towel and lightly clean off any fingerprints, both on the outside as well as the inside. If you haven't already done so, you're going to want to remove the protective film that is on the Eaglemoss display base here. So I haven't done that yet. I was actually waiting until I get this case. So we'll just go ahead and do that and reveal that nice mirrored finish there. There you go, looks great. We'll go ahead and put the model back on very carefully now. Then we'll go ahead and take the display case and place it over the Eaglemoss base like that, and there you go. Well, there you have it, guys. The display case is complete. I think it looks amazing. iDisplayIt, I definitely recommend them. I'm definitely going to be getting one of those for my Mark II Hot Toys DeLorean as well once it's available. So you can display this with the doors up as well if that's what you want to do. So there is enough clearance with the case to allow for that. And just barely enough. So you can kind of tell what the clearance is like there. It's pretty close, but definitely farther enough away to be able to display the car with the doors up. Alright everybody, that's the video. If you have any questions about iDisplayIt's acrylic display case for the Eaglemoss DeLorean, go ahead and drop those down in the comments below. And once again, thanks for watching.